ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if we refer to my last analysis, since the price was within this correction, we mentioned we're looking, if we get any opportunity for buy from now, we will take it. And even we discuss about different possibility, and this is what we get. All right. Now, because again, we mentioned if you get any trade set up, the first things we're looking for is 3170. If there is a breakout, the next one is 3.3K. As we can see exactly the price tag 3170 because it was the previous top. And we see it turns to a correction. Now, for anyone get the trade within this range, either move their stop loss to break even or take out the trade in the profit. All right. And again, we move to daily chart. One is what's the next. If we move to daily chart, if again, we have been looking for this correction. That's why the price start to correct it. I mentioned we are expecting to get the deeper correction, at least similar to what we have here. And right now, this is what we get. Okay. But beside that, we mentioned we don't want to see the breakout of 2610 if you want to look for buy, because we're looking at this one as a correction relative to this. All right, now what's the next? It's still same as what we explained in my last analysis. First, we're looking for buy. All right, but whether this is the start of the up move or we are expecting this one turn to flat for one more drop before we get the reversal, this is the best option I'm looking for. All right, that means if I get any drop from here with the breakout of the previous low, then we get the confirmation whether we can look for buy or not as a long term, because at that time so you can refer to the indicator mostly. But right now we cannot confirm because we cannot call this one as a ABC. It doesn't mean the price cannot reverse. We are talking about the best possibility. All right. Anyway, as we can see, there is no much changes based on daily chart. And if we move to forward chart, again, if you refer to my last analysis, if we mentioned we can expect this one turn to flat. Now, whether we should get the trade for buy and this is the start of the up move, or this is the question. We look at this one as a flat for one more drop. All right. For me, I'm more interested in this option because for sure, if I get one more drop, we can refer to the indicator for divergence. If we get any reversal from there, we can look for trade. But now, how to look for trade? First things, the only things is I mentioned here, if this one turned to a deeper correction, then I can consider this is the start of the up move. It depends on the correction we get here. It doesn't mean if the price again cannot continue from here, it can. But we're looking about the possibility that give us better confirmation. All right. But at this stage, if we want to look for trade from here, we should be quite careful because this is the flat we get it. And if the price cannot break the previous stop, we can expect to get one more drop. All right. That's why we had this lines. The price already tagged 3170. There was no breakout. And if there is a breakout, how high it can go? The next level is, we mentioned in my last analysis, 3.3K. Because we need to see the confirmation of the break this one. If the price break 3170, then almost is within the previous, in the range of the previous correction. And if there is a breakout of 3.3, then we expect this is the start of the up move. But if not, it's as long as the price haven't break this zone, we can expect to get one more drop. This is what I can explain here. All right. And at this times, the only things I want to highlight, first things for those traders, they get the trade from here, move their stop loss to break even if can, or take out the trade in the profit. Because we need to be quite careful about this. If this one turns to a flag, the next drop, simply the price can retest the previous low. All right. And if he wants to look for buy, we need to see the breakout of 3170 as a sharp move, not a corrective move. If there is a continuation as a corrective, it's required, give us an indication for price to drop. All right. But now whether we should look for buy or not, we move to 1 hour chart. All right. First things, if the price start to drop from here, I just let it go. Even I won't take the sell. All right. But the only times I will look for sell if I see one move up following by divergence. If the price drop as a sharp move following by correction of flag, I will take the trade. All right. But how about if the price drop from here as a sharp move? We need to see it because mostly if the price is going to drop, we can expect to drop as a corrective or similar to what we get here, because this kind of the drop, it doesn't give us the opportunity to look for sell. All right. That's why for me, if I want to look for sell, I prefer to get one move up. If there is no breakout following by sharp flag correction, I will take the sell. something similar to what we get here. All right, but again, we mentioned about this possibility. If there is no breakout, we can expect the price to drop. All right, now can we look for buy or not? If you want to look for buy for me from here, the only option is to put my entry above the top. All right, but how about if I put my entry above the top price tag, there is no breakout and start to drop because we know about this flat? That's why having entry above the top, I won't recommend. It's not a really good idea. Okay, that's why based on daily chart, I mentioned if this one turned to deeper correction, then may I consider to put my entry above the top. Or I will, the best thing is if I get any opportunity to look for trade as a sharp move flag within the correction. But right now, based on daily, we cannot take it unless we trade based on lower time frame. Again, having entry above the top is an option, but it's very risky. It doesn't mean the price cannot continue from here. That's mean what I want to say. Whoever wants to take the trade for buy from here, they need to be really careful. Okay. And one more thing here, if anyone get the trade for buy, new trade for buy from here, this is the target 3280 as a first, and the second one, if there is a breakout of 3280, the second one is 3430. Then we don't need this line anymore. All right. Anyway, at this times, we don't have a really good trade setup, and this one is quite risky. Again, it doesn't mean the price cannot continue if it's quite risky, because at this times, the only option is to put our entry above the top. For me, I prefer this one turn to more complex correction. But if I want to put my entry above the top, if I see any opportunity, if the price tag within the first hour, if I see there is no continuation, I will take out the trade. I won't keep the trade more than 1 hour if there is no continuation. All right. The reason is, again, we need to confirm about this. All right. That's why we need, if we get any continuation from here as a sharp move, we need to see the breakout of 3280. All right. Now, again, we don't see the really good trade setup to look for buy. It depends. Any trade for buy from now is a short term. But for me, if I want to look for buy, first of all, the best option I will look for if we get one more drop. I'm repeating, if we get one more drop, then I will take the trade. But it doesn't mean we cannot look for buy within this range. Any buy is a short term. The best possibility within this range, if we get any sell, in terms of the risk and reward. We're talking about in terms of the risk and reward. All right. That's why we need to be quite careful. And as I mentioned, for me, right now, I don't see any opportunity to look for buyer unless we put our entry above here. I mentioned how risky is that. But if we get any drop from here, there is no continuation, any sell, I will take it. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.